What's up, everybody? Big Herc 916, and you're tuned into another edition of my vlog. Want to say thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thanks for your support. You know, I'm all about that positivity and that motivation. And you know, I wanted to just talk about how I've ran across quite a few people in my times that say, hey man, you know, they think I'm a square because of the way I talk or the way I carry myself, and they assume that, you know, maybe I'm somebody that is from a not so street background, that maybe that my credentials are questionable until they have to you know, get put in line. And it hasn't happened so much on the street, but more behind the walls while in jail, dealing with knuckleheads, because most of the gentlemen in prison and in jail talk a certain way, walk and act a certain way. So, you know, this is to assert their authority, to make it seem like there's something, even though they may be nothing. And I've always been the type to keep to myself, not run my mouth, and be very respectful. And I've always been a studious type of person, into books, reading, educating myself, even when I was doing dirt. And I recall at one time when, you know, this guy used to always see me going to the law library, and I always had a big laundry bag full of books. You know, because I'm always studying something, trying to learn, trying to figure out a way to get out of prison. And he said, man, what are you in here for? And I said, bank robbery. He said, bank robbery? Would you rob the bank? Would you use a note? I said, nah. He said, you had a gun? I said, yeah. He said, did you show it? I said, yeah, I showed it. I said, it was a hostile takeover. High-speed chase. Could have been a possible shootout, but it didn't go down like that. And I'm very fortunate because I'm not doing life. But in the meantime, I'm trying to figure a way to get out of prison early. He's like, oh, well, man, you should just do your time. And I maybe told you a story before, but here's a guy bebopping around the institution, thinking he's back on the block, you know, wearing his shoes, you know, like, you know, his boots, prison boots like this, some Timberlands, pants sagging, and, you know, just in the mix, and he's trying to tell me that I should do my time. I looked at this nigga, man, I said, you do your time, I'm gonna do my time. Don't worry about what I do with my time. And we almost got into it right there, because this is how ignorant this dumbass was, telling me to do my time because he don't want to see me studying. He don't want to see me learning. And the fact that I was actually on some gangster time, but yet I'm educated and I carry myself a certain way, it throws a lot of people off. And I've dealt with this on more than one occasion, you know. I've dealt with some other cats that, you know, didn't really care too much for my disposition because of just my mannerism and the way people looked up to me. But at the same time, these same individuals behind closed doors would approach my homie and ask for legal help, which came back to me. So imagine that. These so-called hardcore gangsters, thugs, can't even read a habeas corpus. They can't read an appeal. They don't understand a child support document. They don't know how to appeal a traffic violation. But yet they're mad at me because I'm black, I'm buff, and I'm educated, and I talk proper. What is that about? Did you want me to talk more street so that I was more relatable to you? Well, buddy, that ain't me. And at the end of the day, while you chastising me, you gonna need me before I need you. Because the pen is mightier than the sword, and I can get down with the sword too. That's where a lot of the cats get the game twisted. But it's something, man. And don't ever let anybody tell you that being a square ain't cool. Damn it, if you're a square, be a square, man. Talking ignorant, walking around looking like a damn fool to try to draw attention to yourself ain't nothing to be proud of. It's all right to be of a minority descent and talk proper and act like you have some sense. See, we've been tricked, man. We've been bamboozled into thinking that the more foolish we act, the more we talk about hurting each other and shooting and killing and all this stuff, it makes us tough. No, it makes us look like some damn idiots. Ain't nothing cool, ain't nothing tough about running around bragging about all the harm you've done to people, creating negative energy. Ain't nothing positive about that. It ain't nothing to worship or glorify. So, keeping it 100, man. If you're a square, hey, stay your ass in school, get your education, learn to become an asset to where you're invaluable in whatever circle you are, and it will allow you to elevate economically, socially, and spiritually. And you'll see how people treat you, man. They'll underestimate you for real. You know, going outside of jail and onto the streets, I've met some people and talked to them. And I was talking to an older gentleman, and he's like, man, having, heard about your background, I would have never have thought that you talked or you articulated yourself so well, and, just the way your mannerisms are, I could have never thought you did that much time. I said, what did you expect? Did you expect me to be the thug-ass nigga? Did you expect me to be that thug-ass nigga? Well, you're in for a surprise, because that ain't me, man. I know how to sit down at the round table and have a conversation. I know how to, talk about everything from stocks to sports to, politics to, military to, what you want to talk about. Economics? History? Come on now. Bring it. Black's Law Dictionary? Jurisdiction? What you want to talk about? I can talk about it all, man. Then I can go to the hood and talk about that too. The best of both worlds. Whatever you want to talk about, I can talk about. So, yeah, man. Don't let anybody take you away from being that guy that can go into whatever form and perform at the highest level. I'm glad that I have this educated side, and I'm glad I've seen the lowest of the low on the streets, and I've been able to take the best of both worlds and create this world where I can share and hopefully provide some information out there so you guys can make better choices than what I did, so I could push the positivity and the motivation and elevate the consciousness so that you guys could be successful in life and not make the mistakes I did. Because ain't nothing cool about gangster shit, man. I've done it all, man. I've seen the gangster of gangsters, man. And the ones I've seen that, are sitting there behind the wall, they want to come home. They take all that shit back, man, to come home right now. So keep it 100. Check out the link in the description for the store. Buy you some merch. And holler at me, man. Subscribe to the website, BigHerc916.com. Leave a comment. Holla.